Shade Better-Noir.
And I'm Bill Ritter. We're going to begin with a terrifying video from the Bronx. A woman arriving home from a day at work early in the morning, followed by a stranger into her building. She gets inside and slams the door just in time.
It happened about 2 weeks ago in the Concourse Village section of the Bronx. The NYPD tried to find this guy.
Eyewitness News reporter Naveen Dhaliwal speaking exclusively with the victim today. Naveen is live at the scene for us. Naveen.
Yeah, Bill, this video is creepy for anyone coming home, whether it's day or night. But this woman tells me that she knew something was up as she approached her building at 2 in the morning. She saw the guy from the corner of her eye, but she was not expecting him to come into the building and then try to barge into her apartment. The video is terrifying. It was just a matter of seconds.
He was literally like 1 second from going inside.
Today, this brave woman, still shaking, finding the courage to speak out about that day as she arrived home from work around 2 in the morning.
Vicious. There was two guys like outside, right? And they were just like looking suspicious.
You see her walking into the building, cautiously eyeing a man on the side. Seconds later, that same man in the white tank top walks into the Sherman Avenue building behind her. She knew he was up to no good.
He followed me inside the building and he said miss twice.
She describes the horrifying moment seen in this video as the suspect accesses the lobby. Seconds later, the woman knew he was around the corner and she quickly tried to open her apartment lock. Her instincts spot on. He came right after her, determined to get inside.
Papi, open up the door, bro.
I came inside and then right away I just screamed, somebody's following me. Like he was literally 1 second from coming inside.
As she watches this video, she knows she was very lucky.
I feel very scared. Like I was saying, what if I had the top door locked? What if, like, it was literally just 1 second. If I had the top lock, he could have got of me.
Yeah, what if? Well, she is truly lucky, and the victim has been living here for 29 years, and she says she's never seen this guy before. She does not know why she was targeted, but tonight her red flags are up.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rechah, Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. In this lesson, you know, it won't be a long lesson, but I just wanted to deal with this topic here. As you saw in the video, which the news clip that was just played, the scarcity, all right, of you know, time that the lady had to get into her her apartment or her building, you know, before this dude got to her, you know, as she mentioned in the you know, when she was speaking, which is just, you know, it reminded me of a few precepts in the you know, in the book of Isaiah, because she made it that time, but the time is coming when, you know, majority of women won't make it. You know, the time is coming when, you know, when she tried to open that door lock, the second one would have been locked. You know, and the dude would have, you know, got there, because you could see with the aggression and the speed he came with. You know, hey, yo, miss, you know, open the door. He was, you know, he was pretty persistent. Now, they said she was coming home at like 2 a.m. I guess she was coming from work or whatever the case may be. But it's going to show you that, look, we're in that time when, you know, it's not going to be wise or safe to be out here, you know, especially if you're a woman, you know, by yourself in a vulnerable position like that. Especially when things get worse, and as they're saying, there's a crime rates are going up. A lot of people in the police force are resigning. A lot of 911 first responders, you know, the response time is slower because you have less of the first responders. And as this engineered shortage and engineered chaos gets more intense, okay, and more, you know, chaotic, these instances are going to be happening on a large scale. And there's going to be so many of it that it's going to be hard to keep up with it, let alone um, find and protect, or, you know, do all these things for these people. That's the reality that's coming to this place very, very soon. That's the reality that we've been warning people about. Okay, now this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 2. It says, "And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land." Now, this is speaking metaphorically, okay, because a man is not going to be literal water, all right? However, this represents the need, okay, that people are going to have for men, but more specifically men of the Lord. Because in that case, you know, if you have a man, you have a better chance of surviving, of making it out of there, because then he can protect you. You know why? Do you know why the dude went after her? Because she was by herself. She was a woman late at night walking by herself, and he's like, man, you know, whatever he was, you know, feeling, he was gonna go express that on her. Okay. Now, had she had a man with her, you think he would have, you know, tried that? The chances are not. Okay, because he would have understood, hey, you know what, Dan, it's not gonna be an easy kill. It's, you know, this ain't gonna be a good idea. Okay, but society today teaches women, you know, that there's this new thing. There's these new influencers, as they call them, you know, who push this narrative and this vibration of, you don't need a man, right? You can do it all by yourself. That's the madness that's being pushed. That's as if you're telling a sheep you don't need a shepherd. You can go and graze all by yourself. Do you know why sheep have shepherd? Okay? Or shepherds? They have shepherds because the shepherds not only lead them, but protect them. All right? The man is the provider and the protector. Now, okay, it's understandable, you know, in society today, you know, not all men know how to be men. But that pseudo feminist agenda that they push, and they think that it's a matter of, oh no, you know, don't be a victim anymore. You're gonna make yourself a victim. You know, because if in your mind you think that you are a superwoman and really you're not, if in your mind you think you're a Wonder Woman and really you're not, but you walk around proudly as if you are, by the time you realize that you're not, you'll be in a situation that's teaching you that you're not. And then at that point, it'll be too late. Okay? And you would have already driven away half the men that you know. Okay? This is Isaiah 32:9. I'm jumping down to the 9th verse, because you got to remember, man, that as things get more desperate, people aren't going to care. All right, the scriptures say, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. People are not going to care. You know, there's not going to be a care to take care of people. You know, it's just going to be about using. Okay, why should I do this? What do I get from this? They show you that in so many of these movies and shows, and we always reference these because art imitates life. Okay, they put a lot of the things that they plan to do in movies and shows. Okay, predictive programming. And then a lot of these shows and in a lot of these movies, what they do is whoever it is, if it's let's say a chick that comes asking for help, you know, or even a dude, what's the main thing that the person who has what the other one needs says? Well, what's in it for me? Why should I do this? What do I get from it? That's the part that people look at as if it's so trivial, right? You know, it's just trivial, you know, it's nonchalant, yeah, haha, it's a part of the script. It's just something he has to say. But in real life, people are going to mean that. You know, they're going to, why, you know, and I was watching this show, it's called Squid Game. You know, I'm sure brothers have heard of it by now. It's very popular now. And, you know, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to mention, you know, a particular event or instance in which they had to make up teams. You know, they had to select teams. And, you know, it was a very important reason why they had to select teams, because they had to win. And as we were watching, you know, or as I was watching it, what you hear is a lot of the people saying, don't go get any women on our team. We only need men. Okay. And you had certain, you know, women in there that felt a type of way about it, but what could they do? And then it went from, oh, you better choose me, or, you know, blah, 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 blah. Or that's, you know, the mindset of, oh, that you can't do that. That's sexist, or that's this, that's that. It went from that to, come on, you're not really going to do this, are you? And then it went from that to, please just put me on your team. You see, because it went from that pride to being broken to being desperate. Because why, the question is, right, why should we have you on our team? What do I gain from that? That's the point. You know, you're going to have certain people that are just going to be out here wilding out, as the scriptures are going to say. They're going to be out here just wilding out. And guess what? Being the weaker vessel, they're going to have their way with you. And then there's going to be certain individuals that that's not what they care about. They're not trying to go around just raping women or just hurting people. But if you come to them asking for help, the main question is going to be, well, why should I help you? What do I benefit from that? That's an extra mouth that I have to feed. That's possibly a liability because you're probably not as fast or as strong or whatever it is. You know, now don't get it twisted. You know, adrenaline is adrenaline. You know, hey, certain women, they can do what they have to do, you know, if they listen. But for the most part, that's the thought, right? So what do I gain from this? You're not going to have people that are just going to say, oh, you know what, I care, so let me do this. Now, your best bet, if you were with a solid man, you know, really, if you're with a man of the Lord, you're good, because he's not going to be, you know, taking care of you out of just, you know, on a whim. Okay, it's going to be the Spirit of the Lord is going to be on him, all right, to protect him and you as well. So you're solid. That's why people are going to be seeking these Isaiah 4:1. Okay, people are going to be seeking, especially these women, men, but not just any random man, but a man of the Lord. That's why they're going to be made more precious than fine gold, because the Lord is going to have a hedge of protection over them, and he's going to provide for them. Okay, and in turn, those that are with them that the Lord has mercy on. So there will be an assurance of safety, an assurance that I'm going to be okay so long as I stay with this individual. And that assurance is going to be something that not a lot of people are going to have. That's why it's going to be such a desperate need. And though they don't see it now, it's in the scriptures. Now, I'm sure that woman who just barely made it, I'm sure she sees it. You think she's going to be okay? You know, or you think she's going to be the same? Every time she's outside, she's going to be looking over her shoulder. Now, this is Isaiah 32:9. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. I'm sure she's risen up to an extent now. Now she's on alert. Because, you know, when you hear it, it's always, yeah, until it hits home or hits close to you. Then you like, yo, this shit is, you know, this ain't no joke. Right? This is real. And that's what's getting ready to happen. You're going to be on your own. You ain't going to have the government to assist you or social media to make you feel better about yourself, or simps constantly, you know, oh, okay, I'll do anything. I'll fly, you know, all that. You know, you're not going to be having that, because when the social media goes down, you see how a lot of people are bugging out over just a few hours. Personally, I didn't even notice. You know, the only reason I found out was through the news. You know, they were saying this site was down, that site was down, you know, and it felt quick because we're not, you know, social media addicts. You had some people, oh my God, it was so bad. Oh my, I didn't know what to do for 6 hours of my life. Those people are completely through. You are absolutely finished. If your life is on, these people wake up in the morning, jump on social media and stay there for the whole day. They don't do anything else with their life. So how do you expect somebody like that to survive in the real world when things get tough? Especially if you have a woman that's constantly getting her head inflated with certain statements and, you know, all these different things that are being done through social media, which is not real. You're just double tapping the screen, putting a comment on there. Real life is a different type of beast. Okay? And Jacob's trouble is going to be the worst of that. So it says here, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. So you got to listen. Put away the pride. Pride was not made for man, how much less woman? Right? It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail and the gathering shall not come. So the benefits and the things you collect and the easy life, it's not going to be that way for much longer. When things get tough and food gets scarce, you know the saying, survival of the fittest? Well, if you are not the fittest and you are not with somebody that is fit, what do you think is going to happen to you? You know, not only are you not going to be able to fight for the things you need to fight for or protect whatever you have, you can't even protect yourself. Well, now, here's a question. Why didn't she stand and fight? You know, why didn't she stand in when she ran, opened the door? You know, I'm not, you know, of course, that's good. She opened the door quick, you know, for her sake. But with the way some of these women talk, you would think that they would stop, turn around, put up their hands and throw them hands. You know, niggas ain't shit. Right. So you would think that that's the kind of energy that will come out in that time, you know, and she will put this guy to flight. You know, these men need to know their place. I thought she was going to put him in his place, though. See, that's what's going to happen. You know, that's what's going to happen. That's going to be the painful realization that you've been drunk off that Babylonian juice and it's misled you. OK, and it says here, verse 11, tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins. And putting on sackcloth is a representation of mourning. OK, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine, because all the benefits and the easy things that you got, you know, for the longest that allowed you to have such a proud mindset and all of that, those are all going to be gone. Life is going to get hard. OK, life is going to get difficult. Being able to have electricity or to have a heater in the winter or an AC in the summer or water to drink or water to brush your teeth with or to shower with or to wipe yourself or clean yourself with, you're not going to have that. No makeup, no combs, no Blistex, just real life. You know, real world, uncut life. And then having to constantly look over your shoulder because you're a target just because you're walking. You're moving, there's somebody that's looking. And there's somebody that's looking, there's somebody that's thinking. If somebody's thinking, there's somebody's plotting. All right, because that's, you know, that's just the world that we in today. Okay? So instead of having, you know, a proud mindset, you should be preparing your mind for the things, all right, that are about to take place. And being humble is the way to go. And first and foremost, you got to do as you are required according to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right. So they're going to learn, man. One way or another, they're going to learn. This is Zechariah 14:2. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished. Okay. When you look up the word ravished, it doesn't mean they're going to come and sit down and talk to you, you know, and massage you a bit and make love to you. No. All right. It says here, to ravish. I looked this up on Google. It says to ravish, and Google's not the best place to get definitions because they're just something else, man. But, you know, this came up and it says to ravish is to take someone by force, to force someone to engage in sexual intercourse or to experience extreme happiness, which is the more modern use of it. You know, ravish somebody with love. Well, in this case, the scriptures are not talking about that. It says here, when a girl is raped, this is an example of ravish. So going back in here, it says what? Zechariah 14:2, for I will gather all nations together, all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, raped. Okay. and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. All right, because ultimately, pursuing also to Jeremiah 30:7, there's going to be a remnant that's going to be delivered. But for those that are not a part of that number, it's going to be a very, very gruesome, painful time, man. A very painful time to be in. Okay? It's going to be real scary. You got, people are everything that happens, people take to social media, right? Oh, raise awareness for this. Oh, this happened here. Oh, we need to stop this. But all that is just words. It's just words. Because when shit goes wild, those words go out the window. As the saying goes, actions speak louder than words. So that's what's getting ready to happen very soon. And when I saw that clip, I was just like, yo, people are getting bolder and bolder because the situation is becoming more and more ideal for behavior like that. All right. And people do not care because what they're doing is sort of like a systematically designed approach to create the purge. All right. Or create that kind of environment. And as they keep on bringing the bait and bringing the bait and bringing the bait, somebody's going to bite. All right. And the world, as we read in these scriptures, 2 Ezra 15, 2 Ezra 16, Isaiah 13, all right, it's going to be unrecognizable, man. But yeah, something is getting ready to go down real soon. So you better prepare. Because if you don't have Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua on your side, you're done. All right. So with that, I hope this was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.